Yo, yo, we are here with Nate Olejnik, aka Kinjello, who took the Green Red Spider Marvels deck to a PTQ victory. You're also a moderator in the Magic for Good group.
Yep.
And yeah, man, so talk to me about this deck. You
Oh,
put it
yep.
together and you didn't play any games and then you won a PTQ.
That's what it felt like. That's what it felt like. No, the night before, I wasn't even planning on going to the PPTQ, and one of my friends is like, "Hey, can you cover for me on Wednesday? I have something to do then." And I'm like, "Do you want to take my Sunday shift?" And he's like, "Sure, I'll do that." And I'm like, "Sweet." So that now I have a Sunday open, so I can go
Hmm.
to this thing. I don't have a deck that I really want to play though, because I've been playing
Hmm.
the Metalwork Colossus deck for quite some time.
Uh-huh.
Tons of fun with that, but I felt like it wasn't really good
Yes.
at so
And you
it's like
thought this
what do
deck
you
was
want?
good.
Yeah,
It seemed to
so
do okay for you.
yeah, the deck is awesome. It's
So what
sweet.
did you like about it?
The thing I like most about it is it's a consistent deck. It has multiple paths to victory.
Hmm.
Like you can win off Ishkanas, Emrakul, Chandras. It has a lot of moving parts with the
Hmm.
energy, the lands, the Marvel. Moving part decks are my favorite.
What does a moving
Lot,
part mean to you?
moving parts are like when you have like lots of things to keep track of. Um, like for example, like the first one that I ever played was the Night Howler
Hmm.
Gerard deck back way back when in Theros
Was
Ravnica.
that the like?
The Lothlet Troll just
Oh yeah,
like
things are coming
slam on
back.
night. Oh yeah, things are coming back. We're whipping them back, and
Uh,
I had tons of success with that. Being able to kill via either just like all in on a Lothlet Troll, like
uh,
all in on the Gerard, we're gonna fling
mhm,
things at you, or all in on like sacking all your lands to bring
mhm,
back Gerard, discarding. And there were just like many kill paths. And
uh-huh.
when I saw you streaming with this, like that's the first thing that I noticed was tons of ways to kill your opponent.
Yeah, man, this deck's really fun. By the way, like setting, I'm not in Hawaii anymore. I'm in a basement in Seattle, and it's sun's already setting. It's 5. It's cold.
It's like 6 where I am, and the sun's been set for a couple hours.
Need to harness some lightning to warm up.
Exactly.
So
Sounds
curious, how there's multiple paths in victory here. How
yeah.
often were you able to win without marveling? Like, the
Um
combo is you just marvel and you flip 6 and oh, there's an Emrakul, or
yeah,
there's a puzzle
yeah.
knot. Well, I'm going again
Oh
next
yeah.
turn.
Yeah,
But
definitely.
how
Like
often was it just like harness lightning your dude, Ishkana, Emrakul, attack?
that that happened um probably like 4 or 5 times.
Hmm.
4 or 5 times. Um yeah, so getting into the day, I didn't have the deck built, so I bought 4 Aetherworks Marvels. I had the rest
Hmm.
of it from previous decks, and I actually was missing a tireless tracker. And in the update, you were talking about how
Hmm.
somebody was running World Breaker, so I'm
Hmm.
like, throw one of those on the board.
Hmm.
I really like the World Breaker. It came in a few times.
Did he ever World Breaker, flashing back a Kozilek's return?
I was not able to do that.
Uh,
The
I've
Kozilek's
seen it.
return came out in the match that I brought the World Breaker in,
Hmm.
but I was able to marvel into World Breaker,
Mm.
chump block a Metalwork Colossus, exile a Metalwork Colossus that was
Hmm.
unblockable, and it's like, oh, what can you do against that?
That's you can
Like
world
guys
break it.
coming in for 20, and then it's like, there
So,
goes
how
everything.
good was Tireless Tracker out of the sideboard?
Tireless Tracker was a ton of. It was really good in the Delirium
Hmm.
matchup. That's the one that I mostly brought it in. Um, I didn't bring it in the Colossus matchup. I wasn't sure if I should or not.
Hmm.
I like the Thought Knot Seers better there because they're
Yes.
they're also basically a combo deck. So I
Hmm.
figured
Take the
it's a
Colossus
bit
from their hand.
exactly it's disruption. Um, but being able to gain more value against the Delirium players,
Hmm.
the Tireless Trackers worked.
Hmm. Did you play against Blue White at all?
I round my second round, which is the first round I actually
Uh-huh.
even shuffled up a game with the deck. I thought I was against blue white, but then like game two, I found out he had black in there.
Hmm.
He was this like Esper,
Hmm.
like
So you
zombies.
didn't have to beat.
So I didn't have to
Hmm.
like. play against a true blue-white deck. Yeah, game one against him, it was a pretty good opener for me. I just like slammed the Marvel. Uh, he's just playing blue-white creatures. I haven't seen any black. He fragmentizes it game one before I get the 6 energy. It's like what? But it's like, hey, if everybody's running
Not a
artifacts,
yeah, not a terrible main deck.
so not exactly. Yeah.
Copters.
So that game, like he keeps swinging with like selfless spirits, crewing
Hmm.
thop like copter thopters, leader scooters, whatever you want to call them. And then eventually I play an Ishkana to help stabilize the board.
Hmm.
I was sitting at like 30 energy at the end of the game because I used three of the four puzzle knots and like
Hmm.
cracked them all just to stay alive. Uh,
Sometimes you have to harness lightning around Boros
yeah.
Reckoner and redirect it to them for 30.
Oh, if I could play with Reckoner, that would have been
Ooh, we
sweet.
would definitely be tutoring it with Traverse the Olvenwald. So
Oh,
talk to me
yeah.
about that card.
Ooh, modern, right?
Talk to me about that card.
Traverse.
Yes.
Actually, game one. This is the match that I. Traverse is amazing. It hits Ishkana when you need to clog up the board. Hits Emrakul when you can cast an Emrakul and take their turn and screw up their plans, or even just like win the
Is it?
game
Yeah, it's
because
like Green Sun Zenith, but like,
yeah,
but better maybe. Like the
maybe.
card is outrageous. It's
Uh,
so. That's the main thing like that we've contributed. This has been an existing strategy. Definitely, I think I put more light on it, but like, how is everyone who plays this deck not playing Traverse? Like, once you're doing it, you're never taking it out. Like,
oh,
why do you
that is
need more
true.
than two mountains, right? Just Traverse for the second, right? Like,
Exactly.
yeah.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. In this matchup, actually, game one, like I stabilize with an Ishkana, and I'm using my Servant of the Conduit to just drain him end of turn, and I keep doing that. Then uh, he stasis snares the Servant of the Conduit after killing off my
Hmm.
Ishkana with another stasis snare or whatever, and then
Hmm.
I draw another Ishkana and play that one, and I have no black mana at this point. So I draw Traverse. He's at like 5 life. I have a few spiders left
Hmm.
over, and I'm just like, okay, Traverse for a Aether Hub and produce black drain.
Yeah, I've had 10
I was
spiders
like,
in play.
whoa, that's
Yes,
awesome.
that's the
Yeah,
real deal.
exactly. It's sweet.
Did you
Uh,
ultimate Chandra at all?
yes, I did Ultimate
How
Chandra.
did it feel?
It felt amazing, absolutely amazing to just be like, I'm gonna traverse, grab like a 2 drop, like play that Servant of the Conduit 10-10. That was
Yeah,
something. That was
Chandra
something.
was super hyped and then did nothing and then is doing something. That's
Yeah.
so good in this deck, right? As a
Oh,
ramp.
especially yeah.
Yeah.
As the ramp, also
Yes.
Ishkana is able to clog up the board, protecting the Chandra. So taking her up to ult is
Yeah, the
not really.
ultimate is the real deal. Like,
Yeah,
so you played one Kozilek's Return. How
I did.
did he flash it back much?
I never saw it in
Mm,
any of the games.
whatever. It's a card.
Yeah. Uh,
Yeah, that's pretty much the deck. Like, anything you would change?
uh, I think I would want to find out a way to go to 4 traverses. I
Mm,
love that card. The in the matchup that I brought the Thought Knot Seer or not Thought Knot, the World Breaker in,
mm,
it was really strong. So I think I might want to try running a second one.
mm.
Um, yeah, those are like the big things right now that I'm seeing that I want to try to work with.
Hmm. And then, yeah, what's your experience winning a PTQ? How did that feel?
Felt pretty good. Felt pretty good.
Pretty good.
Yep,
Eh,
just pretty good.
eh. So,
Like all in a day's work.
I guess. Well, I mean,
It's like
you're not cute for the Pro Tour like it used to be
no.
PTQ. Oh, fuck yeah!
Oh yeah.
No, it's like,
No, exactly.
all
Now
right,
it's like,
so I have to
hey,
do what
what are we
now?
doing now? Exactly. It's
Yeah,
just
man.
more steps.
Well, hopefully you win that RPTQ, and
Hopefully I do.
I'll see you in Ireland in that case.
Exactly, exactly.
Yeah,
That'd be
man.
great. Take care.
Uh,
Or yeah. Or
any
continue.
any advice to anyone who wants to play with this deck or?
If you want to play with this deck, uh you don't need practice, but like the biggest thing is look at your hands. There's some hands I looked at and
Don't
it's like
snap keep every hand.
No, don't. Even if the hand looks like, oh, you have Marvel like four
Oh,
lands, it's
Marvel
like, oh
keep,
yeah, of
keep,
course,
Marvel
of
keep.
course, of course. No, no, you can't do that because there were hands. I've been playing with the deck a bit more recently
Hmm.
since that PPTQ,
Hmm.
and with my friends and stuff, we're testing out matchups, and it's like I look at this hand, and it's like Traverse, Attune with Aether, like four lands and like Aether works, but like no other way to produce energy.
You just
And it's
top
like
deck it. You just will it
it's
to
like
the top of the deck.
will it to the top. Doesn't always work that way though. Um, even though Marvel is like the go-to like main plan, you have to realize that sometimes like you look at the hand and it's like vessel, like some lands and like a puzzle knot, and you're
Oh,
just
that
like,
sounds
oh,
like a
this is an
snap
Ishkana,
keep to me.
and it's like, oh, this is an Ishkana hand. Like I'm definitely going like more of that route, or um.
That's like the best hand I've ever heard of in my life of any deck ever.
I'm trying to like look at the cards in front of me and just like pick out like cards that would make a bad hand that like
Every
work
card is
towards
amazing
it.
though.
I exactly, and a lot of hands work.
Four marbles, three lands. All right, final
Dude,
mulligan.
no. If I had a puzzle knot with the rest of it, like I don't know.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah. I'd keep three marbles, a puzzle knot, three lands.
yeah,
Snap, Snape.
yeah. Um,
Ooh, how often did you play a marvel, a second marvel, just for the two energy?
I played a second Marvel one time only.
Hmm.
There was one time where I was sitting at four energy and I Marvel hit another Marvel and
Ooh.
a Ishkana, except they had a Lily out, so
Uh-huh.
like Ishkana wasn't gonna do it. So I picked the Marvel and then I slammed that Marvel again, and I saw an Emrakul, and it's like,
Yeah,
oh,
you
perfect.
sack the old marvel, get two energy.
Yeah,
Try
and then
again, Emrakul,
try again. Perfect. Yep.
and yeah, -2 your Liliana.
Mhm.
Cast a bunch of garbage plays.
Exactly. Exactly. Because it's like you're literally sitting
Hmm.
at seven. It's still that's a hard thing to beat. Um, I beat it in the previous game with
Hmm.
a Chandra emblem and just like a clogged up board out of tons of spiders. I had Emrakul picked out of the brain that game,
Hmm.
so it was like, oh, I have to like spiders and do all this stuff, and it's like sometimes you gotta like find other routes.
Sometimes you just gotta
Yeah,
drain him for 500 life.
drain him for like five every turn. That's a
Hmm.
4 turn clock.
It is.
Still really good.
Cool, man. Thanks, Nate, for bringing your
Not a
energy and experience on here. Thank you, and good luck in your RPTQ.
thank you.
And let us all know what you think. If you more collabs coming, hopefully from. I'm gonna have to schedule these earlier. It's like so cold and dark. Yeah. Anyways, yeah. I'll look forward to seeing y'all comments. Any last words?
Uh, Look forward to seeing changes to the deck. Hopefully, we have a brand new thing by the time the RPTQ rolls
Yes.
around that I can just pick up.
Yes. Peace.
Peace.